The OEM team has dropped a new OEM supporter preview bike, and boys, I gotta say there's a lot changed here. We got tire changes, we got physics changes, and we got suspension changes. There's a lot to unpack. I'm gonna give you kind of my raw feedback in this video. And again, just for the sake of the video, I am on the 450. I didn't really touch the 250 yet. I can do a 250 video if you guys are interested in that. But I also wanna ask you guys something. Let me know down in the comments if you like these bikes, and if you do, what direct lean are you on? And if you don't like the bikes, what direct lean are you on? You'll see more on that later in the video. All right, boys, we're here on one of the Loretta Lynn's tracks on the shops. I'll put it down in the description. And we're gonna try these things out on outdoors, and then a little bit here we're gonna try in Supercross, because I feel like that's where most people are, I don't wanna say struggling, but I guess taking a little time to get used to. The new tires have been updated, and you know, all kinds of physics changes and suspension changes. And I'm not gonna lie, I've only done like a half a lap on outdoors before I started this video, and it immediately felt significantly better to me. It's just a lot more like right there. Like, I know that wasn't like a huge case, but I feel like before, oh my, that was just me being bad. Before we had a lot of, you know, the front end would explode on over jumps, and I just don't really find that to be the case anymore. The front end feels a lot better. The suspension feels a lot more fluid underneath you and less rigid. This is also on a completely stock setup, by the way. Nothing has changed at all. And the tires, all right, we've all been on the medium tires for a little while, right? We've all been on the mediums. You have basically perfect braking traction, perfect acceleration traction, and perfect like side to side grip. And I was a little bit nervous because, I mean, if you're like me, I don't know, the medium tires, while they are broken, I've been having a lot of fun on those tires. Like, yeah, yes, they're broken, yes, they need changed, but baby, has it been fun to have absolutely perfect traction everywhere. So when these guys were in the works making, you know, new tires and working on them, I was really nervous. I think I was having like beta 17 PTSD issues, and I was just nervous, man. I really didn't want to go back to just slippery slidey. And I gotta say, they, in my opinion, I think they really nailed these tires. Like, really nailed the tires. I feel like there's a lot of forward traction. Sometimes I feel like there might even be more bite going forward. Like, I feel like I notice it mostly in Supercross when, you know, when I'm trying to triple out of something or triple into something, I feel like I can cut down a little bit more on the corner than I used to. And that was something that I was really surprised by, actually. But, and I think you can kind of see it a little bit here and there in this video. If I get on the throttle a little bit too hard, you can see the back end step out. You can also hear, let me find a corner, I'll skid into it. That's something that I noticed too. You can actually lock the brakes up now, and I have really low brake gain. I'm running like 70-something% brake gain, so my brake gain's really low, and I feel like I can now skid. Watch. So you can, oh, see, I did it a little bit. You see how it stepped out a little bit? Hold on, let's see if I can get it to do it more. Hold on, boys. We're gonna find us a spot. I know people are like, hee hee ha ha, that wasn't very good, Doc. Well, you know what? Doc's not very good. Thoughts on that? But I was doing it on the Supercross tracks, where I was braking really hard into the corners, you know, some of the flat corners, and it just was sliding all over the place, which is good. I feel like that's something we've like have had an issue with. Okay, so like, look, see, if you skid and turn now, your front will just wash. You can see, all right, this is interesting too. You can see when I get going, you can see how the back end slides. See that? I think that that's really good, but if you roll it on, you get like perfect traction. To me, that feels infinitely more realistic than what it did before, because especially on the 450, like, they're not like completely broke traction all the time. So it's not beta 17. But also, if I hold it wide open in second gear from a stop, I'm probably going to be spinning all over the place. That's just how she is. But once I get going, you know, tires are good these days. We'll be munching, you know what I mean? So I think as far as the tires go, I'm actually kind of in love with them, to be honest. Like, they're, I don't know, I think they killed it. Now, let's talk about what everyone, well, I don't know about everyone, but there's a few people in the community. Typically, this is going to probably fall under the faster group of people that are struggling with turning. And these bikes turn a lot better. Like, they initiate the turn a lot better and they stay turned a lot better until one specific point of the turn, and that's towards the end when you get back on the throttle. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been on outdoors now recording this video, and I don't really feel it as much here, but in Supercross, you'll notice that when you're trying to come out of a corner and you're trying to triple in, once you get on the throttle a little bit, it'll stand up. And I've been playing around with that a lot because like the steering is way better, but then there's this weird part of it where the bike wants to stand up. And I've seen some other people say it. I know Aiden's been pretty passionate about that change. Well, I spent a lot of time in Supercross trying to figure out, is it a bike issue? Is it a me issue? Like, what is the issue? Like, what is going on, kind of a thing. And I really think after spending some time in Supercross, also you can see I just kind of skidded in that corner there. That was fire. I really think it's a muscle memory issue. We're so used to these medium tires where we can just kind of get settled into a corner and then just right trigger it. And I don't think that you can do that anymore. I just don't think you can. And I think that that's realistic. I don't know, you know, for those of you that have ridden a 450, I mean, you open that thing up wide open in a corner from nothing, you know, it's, you know, 10% throttle to 100% throttle. I mean, it's gonna stand up. That's just the way, that's just like physics in my opinion. You know, the bike's gonna stand up. All that power is gonna make it stand up. And so the fix for that IRL, it's making sure your lean angle is leaned over a certain way. And so I was kind of thinking about that a little bit of like, well, obviously there are people, you know, pros that can go wide open through a corner on a 450 and all the way through the corner, and they can grab a handful. And how do they do that? And, you know, maybe there's a translation IRL. Well, in IRL, like I already said, I mean, as long as your lean angle is steep enough where it can counter the, you know, the bike wanting to stand up, you can do it. And so I've been thinking about, you know, what would that be? What could that translation be in bikes? And so I started to play around with the direct lean a little bit. And I also started to look at people's feedback and see what direct lean they were on. So if you guys don't really know what direct lean is basically how fast, when you let go of the left stick or your steering stick, how fast the bike will stand back up straight. And the higher the direct lean, the more, the faster it'll stand back up straight. The lower, it'll stay leaned over more. And so I just was kind of thinking around, and I saw some people say that, you know, hey, I'm on this direct lean, I don't seem to have that problem. And people were saying, oh man, this bike doesn't turn when you get on the throttle, but I'm on this direct lean. So I'm on 43% direct lean, and I don't feel it that much. Like, I definitely can tell that it's there, but I feel like it's definitely easier for me to, like, I can counter it with playstyle, if that makes sense. But then I saw, oh my goodness, we're just not turning. But then I saw some people that are, you know, really fast saying that, oh, I play on this direct lean and man, I can't make this jump or this, you know, certain turn or whatever, like, at all. And so it was interesting. I decided to go down to 30% direct lean. I play on 43, and I could immediately feel a difference in the corners. So if you guys are on these preview bikes and you're struggling with the bike standing up in the corners, I would encourage you, just try it out. And again, this isn't, you know, we're not saying this is how they're going to ship. Maybe they ship like this, I don't really know, but it would be interesting if, like, as a community, we all were able to be like, yeah, when we lower our direct lean, they seem better, or, you know, I play on 100 direct lean and these are horrible. It would just be interesting. I think the guys could use the data. So let me know how, I guess, let me know down in the comments what direct lean you guys play on, and like, what you think of them. Do you like them? Do you not like them, and why? And then what direct lean are you on? I think that would be really interesting for the, you know, the OEM team to have that much data. But let's jump over to Supercross. All right, boys, we're back on Soupy here. We're on Detroit, the trusty go-to Detroit, and we're just gonna try this out and see if I can show you guys some of that steering issues. Okay, so right there, you see how I jumped really wide? That's funny, it did it in the first corner. That, I can tell you right now, that was a muscle memory issue for me. I'm so used to those medium tires, and letting off the turn a little bit, that it just decided to stand straight back up. Also, if you guys heard that notification, I don't think you did. I just got a YouTube noti and it scared the crap out of me. Anyway, and you just have to play a little bit different, and these are going to take a lot of getting used to. It's interesting seeing people complain about the OEMs that we have now, or I guess I should say it's interesting seeing people complain about these preview bikes when the current OEMs dropped, the ones that are public that everyone has. Everyone hated them until they got used to them, and I think a lot of people started to really enjoy them. And it's interesting, like, have we not learned anything from that maybe these are going to take some getting used to? I don't know. Again, like, I'm not saying these are the best bikes ever created. I actually really enjoy them. I do think the one thing, if you want to see Doc give some raw sadness feedback, scrubs are pretty much gone on these OEMs, and I think it's because, for whatever reason, to make the ground physics the way that they are, we have to sacrifice a little bit of those scrub action. And I'm a little sad about it, because I do really I'm a bot. I do really enjoy the current OEMs, the way that they scrub. It's really, really fun, and I feel like it's kind of another skill gap. But that's okay. If we have to have good ground physics so the majority of the people can get on and spin laps and not, like, if this helps the casual player enjoy the game, then I think it's worth. And again, it's not all about casual players. We got a big fast scene as well, but at the end of the day, we have to find a good middle ground for everybody. And if we have to sacrifice being able to, like, rank the bikes on every jump so that we can have really good rideable slow physics and everything like that, then I think it's absolutely worth. But that's just my thoughts. You guys, sometimes I get accused of not having any negative feedback, and Doc's a paid actor and blah, blah, blah. Well, there's my negative feedback. I wish we could scrub, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's fine. I guess maybe they'll still say I'm paid for that. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I'm really enjoying these. I hope that you guys are too. But like I said below, make sure you guys... Oh, okay. I've crashed almost. Make sure you guys let me know what your direct lean is down in the corner. I think that would be really interesting to see. Yeah, personally, I'm really enjoying these things, and I think that they're definitely headed the right direction. Even if these dropped, I think that this would be a good drop. I think this would improve a lot of things. I think, all the head shake is gone, all the weird front end issues are gone, and because of that, I think that opens up a lot more bikes to be viable and useful. The Yamaha is going to be good again. Like, the Yamaha's already almost good, but now I think it can be good. That means the KTM's good, the gas is good, the Husky will be good. I tried the Kawasaki. It's not in the OEM pack, or it's not in the preview pack, but I was barking the Cowie, and that thing actually rips. So there might be a lot more color than there is even now. I know that right now it's pretty much just Austrian colors, but if we can get the YZ back, maybe the Cowie, and even the Zook is really good too. You guys be sleeping on the Zook. We might have a lot of color in the pro races, which would be a W. And I think, outside of the pro races for the casuals, then yeah, you can pretty much ride whatever you want. I am just on the 450 here, by the way. Probably say that at the beginning of the video, but just letting you guys know. And anyway, I hope that you guys have a good day and enjoyed listening to my rant. And yeah, if you guys are struggling, I would encourage you to try out lowering your direct lean. That's pretty much my tip for you on this one. Oh my goodness. And if this is how they drop, I'll make sure to make like a full tip video on these. But for right now, lower your direct lean, see how you like it. All right, boys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.